But instead, he later on would play a different villain. He played Skeletor in the live-action He-Man movie.
Oh, no! Did you ever watch that?
I have, yes.
Oh, it's such a wonderful experience.
It's so
Tell
bad.
me about the loneliness of good He-Man.
It's so bad.
How does it compare to
Isn't
the
Courtney-
loneliness of
Isn't
evil?
Courtney Cox in that movie?
I don't remember. I watched it and I tried to forget as much as I could about it.
I will say Frank Langella was the best part of that movie.
Yeah.
He was a really fun Skeletor. In fact, actually, I think Frank Langella said that Skeletor was his favorite part that he ever played. Which is hilarious. Because his son really wanted him to be in it, apparently.
Yeah. I want to know who decided that his Skeletor was supposed to be, like, super, like, dark and serious and, like, melodramatic.
I don't know. In the show,
In
he's like...
yeah, the cartoon is like, yeah, He-Man, you boob.
Hey man, meow! It's like,
What?
what?
You know, actually, Mark Hamill voiced Skeletor for, like, the newest
Oh, really?
show they did on Netflix, yeah.
Huh. They just do his Joker voice.
I don't think it was quite the Joker, but it sounds similar.
That's funny. Oh, speaking of Frank Langella, before we go, I did watch, he was in a Dracula movie a few years before this. He's actually a pretty good Dracula, I think.
Huh.
It's actually one of my favorite adaptations of Dracula. And you know who else is in that movie? Is Donald Pleasance is in that movie.
Really?
As, does he play Dr. Seward?
That's a pretty good role, I'd say.
I think he plays Dr. Seward. Yes. And Laurence Olivier played Professor Van Helsing, which is a very, very interesting choice.
Who'd they get to play Quincy?
Oh, I could look. Sorry. Let me look it up again. Quincy. I don't think Quincy's in that one.
Really?
Because a lot of adaptations of Dracula actually remove Quincy. I think the only one that Quincy appears in is the Francis Ford Coppola one.
Huh.
Bram Stoker's Dracula, which that is also one of my favorite Dracula adaptations, even though it's ridiculous.
I've never actually watched any of the Dracula adaptations. Like,
Are
I've
you
read
kidding?
the book,
You're
but I
kidding me.
I haven't seen... Well, okay, I tried to watch the garbage one Netflix did a couple
The
years ago.
BBC one that they did last year. Oh,
Yeah.
I
Absolute garbage, but...
I tried watching the first episode of that. I was laughing so loudly during like the first half of it. It was so horrible.
It's so bad.
That guy's acting is so over the top. And the dialogue is just so
It's just not good.
cornball. It's so cornball. It's so ridiculous. Like, oh my gosh. But I will say, though, my biggest regret on this podcast was, one of them was when I kind of bashed Bram Stoker's Dracula a little bit. Because I ended up rewatching it, like, I think earlier this year and really enjoyed it. And my other big regret was saying Annie Hall was a good movie.
My biggest regret was having to watch Batman Forever again.
Oh, then the other one was rewatching Alien Resurrection, obviously.
Yeah. Watching that for the first time was pretty rough, too.
Batman Forever I'd already seen.
Yeah.
I'd already seen Alien Resurrection, but it was even worse the second time around. Oh my god. It's so bad. That's why I'm trying to be a little more careful now with which franchises we choose. Yeah.
You don't want to do another Alien where we have 2 good movies and then have to sit through like 6 bad ones?
Yeah, we're not gonna do the Terminator movies.
Oh, thank God.
Because I don't even like the third one.
The third one's like acceptable, but it's not good, really.
The third one pisses me off because it's basically just
It's just the second one.
It undoes the second movie and then just repeats it.
Yeah.
And it's just, ugh. Except that there's a bunch of, like, really terrible jokes in it.
Joke's on you. The next series we're doing is...
And John Connor in that one is just terrible.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
I don't remember who plays John Connor in that one, but for some reason, the only face I can think of is Shia LaBeouf. Like, young Shia LaBeouf.
It definitely was not Shia LaBeouf. I can guarantee that. I'm trying to remember who it was. Nick Stahl, who the... Looking at a list of his movies, and a lot of them I haven't seen, and the ones I have seen, I don't remember who he was in them.
Apparently he was in Sin City.
He was in The Thin Red Line, which that movie's basically a bunch of cameo roles by everybody. Poor Adrian I feel bad for Adrian Brody, because he thought he was going to be like the main character in that movie.
Really?
But most of his scenes were edited out, and he went to see the premiere, and he was so disappointed. But yeah, I don't like Terminator 3. I don't really... Surprisingly, Terminator Salvation I actually did not think was that bad.
Really?
Yeah, like, it wasn't good, but it at least, like, was trying to do something a little bit different. It didn't just repeat the previous movie.
Yeah.
Although all people remember that movie nowadays is Christian Bale's outburst that they caught on tape.
Oh, that behind the scenes one?
Yeah.
Did you ever see the Family Guy skit that they did from that?
No.
Hold on, I'm bringing it up.
I don't like to think about Family Guy. Yeah, Terminator Salvation was just... It was kind of a prequel, if I remember right. It was about John Connor and Kyle Reese before the events of the first movie.
Huh.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is not in it.
Don't they have, like, an actor instead who they basically just try to paste Arnold's face onto?
They had, like, a CGI, model of his face or something. And then what was the next one after that? What was after Salvation? Was that Genesis?
I think it was Genesis, yeah. And that one...
I need to talk about that one for a little bit. Not necessarily because of the actual movie, but because of the circumstances under which I saw that. I actually saw that one in the theaters.
Same.
I went with Max and his grandpa, actually. And we went to go see it. We were, like, the only ones there. And then, like, well, two other people showed up, but it was, like, an almost empty theater on, like, a Tuesday. And we were just sitting there. We spent a lot of it just making fun of the movie, basically.
It's such a bad movie.
But we had, like, the best time. Like, it was so funny. We were basically just going all Mystery Science Theater on it. I haven't rewatched it since then, because I know that if I do, it will never live up to that experience.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you can always watch Dark Fate and watch young John Connor get shot in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, let's make everything pointless now. That series is just such a mess. Like, they basically just... It seems like every single one that comes out, they have to retcon all the
previous ones.
Like the Highlander movies, you know. The sequels to those, they just, like... They would... Even the second one basically just retcons the previous movie to, like, say, good. They're from space now. That doesn't make any sense. This guy was clearly raised in the Scottish Highlands, but no, he's from space.
He's from space.
Oh, it's so stupid.
Alright, so I think I've said everything that I have on Superman 3.
But yeah, Dark Fate I never bothered to watch, because I'm just like, why? Oh, wow, we went really way off track.
Yeah,
because I had
completely.
A few more